This is kind of going to be part of the ongoing video for my HO scale Macer cannons. I do believe, here, hold on, sorry for the mishandling of the camera, but anyways, I believe I did do a video showing some of this, but if I haven't, this will be that, and if I have, well, I'm sorry for the redundancy, but what I did was I bought a couple of these after my good friend R. Warren, who frequents Japan, brought one back and told me about it. I didn't know they were available, but he brought one back and told me about it, and I'm thinking, you know, it's got to be like a toy, and, you know, it's probably not all that great. Well, I had to eat crow, because I'll tell you, he was correct when he said this thing was a fantastic kit. He brought it in, and for the scale, the detail is just really surprisingly good. Let me show you the, this is the box. Oops, sorry here. It's produced by a company, sorry for the glare, Wave, and these are older kits. The date on this is 2016, but you can still find them on eBay and from sellers in Japan. I don't think this was ever exported to the States except through non-traditional ways. I don't think standard or your traditional model shops carried this. I could be wrong, but anyways, so I ended up buying one because I wanted to do a mechanized version. I'm going to do some more detailed videos showing this, but and then I kind of goofed up on the first one and bought a second one, which, you know, I normally will do two kits just in case I do goof it up, but this is the vehicle here, and you'll have to excuse the sides. I had to extend the vehicle's length, so I hope you rivet counters don't have a cow, but you're probably going to anyways, because the track assembly which comes with the kit is molded, and something I didn't really even want to deal with. I didn't want a static model. I wanted this thing to be remote control, so what I did was I bought, and here's a good chance for us to go over and see the other half of my hobby room. This is the part that will be storage. I'm thinking about setting up my printers here. Right now I've got a laser etcher there, and that's a mini mill and a vacuum former. And I'm going to be buying a new 3D FDM printer, because I have a resin printer over in the other room, but not a big fan of resins, just awfully messy, even though they do high res. Don't want to get off my track, but I used for the vehicle, and I do know I've got a video talking about this. I bought a bunch of these, which actually, for the price, I think these were like 15 bucks. They're actually a two-motor, they're not proportional, but they're two independent motors, and best simulate a track drive vehicle. I take them apart, I replace the motor with gutsier motors, because this silly thing comes with these coreless motors, which are real high-speed motors and not really appropriate for this kind of application. I take them out, and I've put in these DC brushed cord motors, which are better able to spin at slower speeds and handle the torque that's necessary for a track vehicle. And what I do here is, and that's what this video is going to be about, is I'm actually going to be modifying a new version of this. And what this is this is the electronics that go in there. And what this is it's a 6-channel what's the company, Fly Sky receiver, and a a mass micro digitally proportioned tank drive. I guess you call it a tractor drive. There's a couple of different names for this, but what it does is it takes the commands from your remote control and breaks it down to where this is forward running both motors and backwards, and then this is left and right. Again, it does all of the conversion rather than having one stick control one motor and the other stick control the other motor. This actually allows it to be controlled like a tank RC model. And they're getting harder. Where did you go? They're getting harder to find. I bought a bunch of these back when they were more reasonably priced. Now if you find them, they're going to be like 25, 30 bucks. And the availability is getting harder to come by. And I do have that tendency. I buy a lot of material, as you can see here, parts and such. Even if I don't have a specific program or project earmarked for it, I buy them and sit on them, and eventually they will find a home in a new product. Kind of like these. These are the Palalalo adjustable boost regulators, which is also part of this. It goes right here, and the reason is this this project, the vehicle and everything is going to be running off of 3.7 volts, just because I want to keep the battery size and weight down, and it's going to be in the trailer. That's why I've got all of these wires coming out my trailer hitch, and it'll be taking the 3.7 volts and boosting it up to the 7.2 volts, which all of the electronics here, primarily the motor driver, want to see. And they're no longer recommending using these in new designs because they're phasing out this. The replacement is a little bit smaller, but it's squarer. This was nice because it just happened to fit. It was the same length as the motor driver and the receiver, and worked out perfect. So I'm going to see if I can get some more of these. There is some limited stock, but geez, you're paying a fortune. Even on the Palalalo website, they're like 11 bucks a pop. Onesies, twosies, and you get the new version for like 5 bucks approximately. So anyways, not to keep rambling, but I'm gonna break down what I do here, not so much in the video, but in pictures, and I'll have this supported in my thread over at RPF. So stay tuned, and I'll make little inserts for this video, and hopefully somebody out there finds it interesting and has another project they might want to use it in, or who knows, maybe they've got one of these Macer Type 60 Canon kits and want to kind of follow what I've done. So I'm happy to be back. My move was successful. I'm basically settled down, although I've been waiting for things that have been delayed. Hell, it took 2 months to get my garage built. Took 2 months to get a washer and dryer. I'm still waiting for a sofa and love seat. They're supposed to come in this Tuesday. Today's Christmas, so it's Friday. And I'll finally be settling in and getting back to builds. Got a lot of projects I want to do, and having a lot more room here in my hobby room rooms make the prospects a lot more, let's say, assuring. So stay tuned, stick with me, and who knows. So I'll conclude this, and we'll pick up a little bit further into the build. Bye!